On Monday, June 6th, the Ireland bank holiday, we went to Skellig Michael and also drove part of the Ring of Kerry.
We have just descended from Machu Picchu, from
Mount Everest.
From Skellig Michael. We saw the monastery enclosure up there, 600 steps. My legs are shaking.
Oh, Julia's too. Did you know that Dad's legs were shaking?
Yours were?
They're still.
When we got down the Tower of London?
Mine are still vibrating.
Still,
yeah.
Did yours shake when we walked down the
No.
Tower? What about the Bath Abbey Tower?
Bath Abbey Tower. I don't remember that.
With the pigeons?
Oh, right.
Did your legs shake after that?
That was the London Tower. No, not the London Tower. That was Bath Abbey. No.
My legs
Just-
have been shaking all.
Any favorite thing on this?
Puffins.
Puffins. Oh, yeah, amazing little puffins. One with fish hanging out of his beak.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
It's a beautiful day. We're lucky with the weather because when it rains, there's a lot. The continent is pretty bad. In France, it is very wet. There, you could
Oh, yeah.
Apparently the puffins go in and drop the food in the little cave where they have their babies to eat. Favorite stuff besides puffins?
We saw a seagull flying with its feet sticking downward toward the earth.
I'll try it.
Well, if it were sticking up in the air, it'd be even funnier.
No, it had its legs out, straight out behind it like Superman, and then it stuck its legs straight down towards the earth while it was flying.
That was a good part too. I forgot.
Where's our backpack?
Best things?
Best things? Everything.
Back rack.
Back, all right. Alrighty.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that one.
Good. Anything else that's happened today or yesterday?
Oh, well, we almost fell out of the boat.
Oh, yeah. We took this very choppy boat ride. And at one point, it pitched and it knocked.
Me and Julia, right off of our feet. We were like laying down on the floor of the boat. Yeah, well, we were falling towards the railing and then
Described like flopping like fish out of water.
Brig looked disdainfully and said, "It's like a couple of fish out of water."
42.
But then
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you were just floundering.
That's what it was.
David landed on Julia's backpack,
Fanny pack.
fanny pack, and Julia couldn't get up, and David couldn't get up, and they just sort of flopped around.
Floundered. Yeah.
Floundered.
Wiggled.
All right, well, we're about to have
Adam
another...
got the soakedest, I bet.
Yeah,
And the sickest.
And we all wore yellow or orange
Bright yellow pants.
pants, plastic pants, and the people further back got to wear big yellow tops.
We wore fishermen's costumes.
Yeah,
Fisherman costumes?
yeah, definitely right. The head didn't turn with your head.
No.
Smeagol.
Because when you're fishing, you never take your eyes off of straight ahead.
Okay.
When you get off at the landing, if you feel okay, move up along as quick as you can until you meet the two guys. Don't wait on the walkway up, move up the hill. those gannets, what you see up there, there's a good 4-6 in the water around the place there. They come here in the end of February and leave again in October. They go down off the coast of Africa for the winter. So they just come here during the breeding season.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. While on Skellig Michael, I discovered that my polarized sunglasses did an amazing thing to the water. It produced some bright blue glowing areas, which I can only figure are segments of unpolarized light that got through. I can't imagine what else would cause that.
But why blue?
Why blue? Good question. Might be reflection of the sky.
Are the sunglasses also blue blockers?
I don't know that they are. Oh, yeah, maybe they are blue blockers. So how did the blue get through? I don't know. Any other, since our last recordings, ideas, thoughts, events? Yeah, where's the name of this place? This is Fisherman's Bar. Is that it? So after this, we got back on the boat, which no one got seasick on the way back. People were pretty queasy going there. We went to the recommendation of, who recommended it? The guy in the boat. Did he gave his name to someone.
It's like Dev?
Dennis or Dev. Anyway, he recommended that we go to the Fisherman's Place, and we split two poo-poo platters, two fish platters, seafood platters. Julia had chips. We wanted more chips, and they brought a huge basket of chips.
I got my caffeine fix.
We got our caffeine.
It's important.
And Dev on the boat when it was time for us to take off the rain sea pants. 2 times told us it's time to take your pants off, but only those pants.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. If there's nothing else.
There's one more.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry.
I didn't witness it, but I heard it second, third, and fourth hand. It sounds funny. The more I think about it, the more I like it, because the more I imagine what it could have looked like.
What are you talking about?
The story that I'm talking about is when we were on the train boat ride, the water train ride. Oh, you guys remember the train in Spirited Away? I had a dream where I was on one of those shooting through a little lake thing.
What are you talking about? Spirited Away?
Yeah, remember how the train was just barely out skimming the water?
Yeah, it was just like right on top of it.
But what I want Julie to talk about is getting caught on David on the boat.
Didn't we already? Oh, we'll say it again.
Oh, did we already? We already said it.
Here to bear on the wheel club.
Okay, thank you.
We already said this story.
Did we just talk about it?
I don't remember.
We slid off of the
Why did you slide?
boat,
Where were you?
sitting.
What happened?
We slid off
Why did you slide?
the boat,
Why?
slippery.
And
Then
you
fell
under
the,
seating arrangements.
and we were stuck down there flopping around.
We already talked about this.
We're recapping.
I like the story more and more that we talk about it, though. I imagine Julia got caught on something.
Yeah. There was a snag on the rest of the
Because I was sitting there on the way back, and there's not much room, so I don't know where your bodies went. Because you couldn't have slid down; you would have slid sideways.
Instead of sitting on the seat, they were laying a bobbing snag.
Yeah. She was kind of down to the gap. But I was trying to pull her up.
I was afraid she was going to get thrown overboard.
I fell in the pit.
She felt the pit. David, you just laid down.
I basically was just laying on the seat, fully extended legs. Because you saw me, I had a duck suit on.
David and I both had duck suits. I liked it,
Yeah, see picture.
but I was real sick. Mom said I was green, and then yellow. Jaundice.
Here's to whiskey
Slancha.
siblings.
Slancha.
Slancha.
Brig. Cilantro. All right.
Cheers. It smells like someone's fireplace.
It has the initial taste is actually sweet.
It's like meat.
It is. It's like burnt up hot dogs.
By the way, for future. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I?
Oh no, it's burnt up bacon.
Connemara.
We need to place the time and date and place.
June 6th, Monday.
Sausage.
Irish bank holiday.
Irish Bank Holiday.
What's the name of this place? John Benny's.
We are surrounded, listeners, by American dollar bills. One of them says "Dump Trump."
And Chicago police badges.
Chicago police badges.
This whiskey makes my eyes hurt.
This is because my eyes hurt.
This is Jad Abbenrod from Radio Lab, and I am inside one of the huts at the top of Skellig. And we are... Radio Lab is brought to you by Squarespace. Okay.
Way bow.
Do one, snap your finger, and I'll record the acoustic variety. As you can tell, this is a perfect sound blockage room. Oh, the doors are very, very, very short. You gotta get out, and the wind outside is loud.
I'll make it very short.
So Monday we went to Skellig, and in the evening went out to see some live music. A couple of blokes playing an accordion and a guitar. And they kept sneaking in themes from other songs like Star Wars and other.
West Side Story.
Night at the Roxbury.
Is that a lie?
That one's a real.
And the genre was advertised
As Irish
dance.
muse.
No eyes. No eyes.
In Ireland.
But the only dancing that was going on were a couple of guys who kept smashing into people's tables and at one point almost fell into the band. Is that right?
They did.
And people were giving them sideways glances. We were ready for a good old Irish brawl.
Very diverse crowd. It spanned 3 generations minimum.
Yeah.
I was making up those Star Wars figures.
But it was the older generation that were doing most of the clapping and jamming. Omelet?
No, I didn't have one. I'm sorry.
I did.
I said, oh, I didn't have an omelet.
Then we came back, dropped Julia off, went back out, but unfortunately it was a Monday night and everyone was closing up. We walked by 2 authentic thugs sideways glances.
Stick and they're like, gonna beat somebody with.
There's guys returning kegs by rolling them with their feet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it hit bring.
No, it didn't.
Oh, it
Almost.
It almost hit bring.
He had a last-minute course correction.
Because some
Go ahead,
kid
Nate,
did.
while it's hot.
Like I walked.
There was someone trying to get it away from me. It was like
Yeah.
a big hook. It really was awesome. Break,
I said,
to
please
break
go
it.
ahead and eat while it's hot.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of whales, a lot of dolphin activity. We have a lot of basking sharks, very large fish. They're 25, 30 feet long. And I know they have no teeth, but they look like a big shark. We're often swimming down here. And no way, if you see a fin that size coming out of the water, don't look down. All you hear is cello music in the background. Get out of the water quickly, you know. But anyway, keep your eyes open, there's a lot of stuff out there. So basically, this is the oldest Derby wonder. Okay, these structures were built by the monks. I think they lived here for about 500 years all year round. We also believe there's between 12 and 15 men living out here at any one time.
Do you want to back up? You were something you want to talk about, Skellig Michael?
While we were at Skellig Michael, right before we walked back down the stairs to eat our picnic lunch of melty shredded cheese sandwiches.
That was only Julia's
That was only my sandwich. Dan was chatting with a guy who was kind of a tour guide and lived on the island there. I don't know what else was about him.
When he's not there, he lives in Vienna.
Oh, yeah. And he was, I guess, I walked in the middle of the conversation, but you had asked him about Star Wars?
I asked him where on the island they filmed the Star Wars stuff, and he told me the locations where they shot for the movie that's out already, and then he told me about stuff that's going to be in the next one.
Or maybe he was lying and making up spoilers.
I have 2 scrambled eggs with bacon.
That's me?
Here and here.
Some of it was shot up by those beehive huts that we were at on top, and then some of it was shot on the steps going up, and some of and then some of it was shot.
Yeah, remember she goes up the steps forever, and the helicopter film goes around her. And
Some of it was shot down in a valley where regular visitors aren't allowed to go.
And then he told us some things from the next movie.
Lightsabers, sea monsters, something that looks like a puffin.
A new character that looks like a puffin. And training Ray, who he referred to as Daisy, which is her, that actress's name.
Because he met her.
I'm sure he met her. Training her up to be a Jedi.
Training her up.
Training her up. Anything else?
It was neat.
The end.
For dinner after Skellig Michael, we went to John Benny's. Is that the name of it? Okay, John Benny's. We waited a while to be seated, but they did have a table for all of us, and the waitress came around and told us that they were out of place, which I interpreted as plates. And so when she came back, I said, I thought you said you were out of plates. She said, yes, this tabletop is fine to eat off of. And I said, well, at least I hope you have silverware. And she kept giving me a hard time about being so picky about silverware. And then at one point, of course, being a dad, I sprung a dad joke on her. I asked her, do you know the population of Dublin? And she scoffed, no. I said, Well, no one does because it's always Dublin. And there were crickets in the background. And then I said, wait for it. And still, crickets. But David says that she eventually reluctantly got it. Mom says she never did.
Well, she's just ducked off.
Do you think she got it or not?
She stared down at what she was writing for a very long time. And then she just kind of said, I'm too tired, and walked away.
That's right. I'm too tired.
She said I'm too tired.
What was the thing she was writing for
She kept putting our drinks on that one little paper. Every time we'd order more drinks, she'd add it on.
Or she was like, they're really annoying. Now they're telling me puns.
And so when we finished eating, as we were leaving, David and I both got the sense that they were very glad for us to go. Even though I tipped her like 20%. So maybe
Yeah, I didn't feel that way.
Maybe she was offended by the large tip. I don't know. Like, oh, now.
I feel like when we were in England, you would try to tip and they'd say, no. And then you'd be like, yes. And then they'd be like, thank you. Did you read the story about how you went into a stranger's apartment?
Oh, yeah. So coming back from Skellig Michael, Dan dropped Adam and me off at the grocery store. The ATM was broken, so I had to find another one. But what the group failed to remember is that there's only one key and the door locks. And so Adam and I were stuck outside. Adam ran around the other side to yell up, but no one heard him.
Oh, why didn't you yell up to me? I was right there.
I don't know. And, but eventually the owner happened to be passing by and let us in. Saved the day twice.
Yeah, this is really good.
That's not the story about the time you went into someone's apartment.
Oh, before, yes, it is, because once I realized I couldn't get in, I saw another bunch of people going in another door, bringing in suitcases, and so, there's another entrance, and so I snuck in that door, and I was in a room. There's a bed, and I'm thinking, this isn't right. So apparently there's a room that exits onto the thing.
Did they see you?
Yeah, I said, is there an entrance to the hallway? And the young girl mentioned to a door, so, okay, sorry, and went out in the hallway. Well, that hallway is a separate hallway from the one we use.
Right.
All the rooms, it's a completely different set of rooms, so I had to come back through their apartment again. Apologized once again. I said, you wouldn't happen to have another door to another hallway? And they said, we're just moving in. We don't know what's what.
Oh, that's so funny.
I did not know that.
He just said, well, I'll just stay with you because I can't get in.
And that's the end of that.
Oh my gosh, that's